Welcome into Sports Talk at the Stadium here at the Swamp. And wow, what else can you say other than wow? This has been a crazy, wild ride of a season for South Carolina in terms of ways they have found to lose football games. Well, today here in the Swamp, they found an amazing way to win one, a complete reversal of fortunes for the Gamecocks. They look like they were dead in the water here, and they have a unbelievable comeback in the fourth quarter. They blocked a field goal that would have put Florida up 10 with less than 5 minutes and certainly won the game. But they turned it over on downs, and with 90 seconds left, they in one timeout, they find a way to get off the field on defense and force another punt, which they block. And then with no timeouts and about 30 seconds left, they score a touchdown. But they don't just score a touchdown. Mike Davis fumbles into the end zone. The ball's just bouncing around there, and he's got the presence of mind to jump on it, recover it before Florida does, or it goes out of bounds to end the game. So that sent it to overtime. The defense gets another stop in the first overtime, much like the Tennessee game, except this time Steve Spurrier didn't drop back and pass it on first down or second down. He hit them hard with the run. Only one pass in overtime for the Gamecocks, and they win it with a Dylan Thompson run to take a 23-20 overtime win over Florida. That is a remarkable win for a team that was really downtrodden for obvious reasons, that it had blown double-digit leads in the fourth quarter 3 times this season. They flipped the script, and Florida feels a lot like South Carolina felt for a long time. It was interesting hearing Steve Spurrier say after the game that he actually felt sorry for Will Muschamp. I've never heard Steve Spurrier say that. In fact, I know he's never said that before, where he felt sorry for another coach, but he did feel sorry for Will Muschamp. Because Florida did everything they needed to do to win. The Gamecock defense, give them a lot of credit. They have been beat up all year long. And by beat up, I mean beat up for the way they played, and it's deserved criticism. Florida's offense is a little bit of a train wreck. I know Treon Harris gave them a little bit of a bolt of energy here, but he's not a great passer. But I don't want to take anything away from the Gamecock defense, because given how they played this year, the fact that they found a way to make just enough plays, they forced a turnover on a fumble to start the fourth quarter where Florida was going in to go up 2 scores. They just kept grinding away, and they made stops when they had to. They had some 3-and-outs. They bowed their neck when they had to, and the defense won this game for South Carolina. I mean, Florida gets the ball back with around just over 2 minutes to play, and the Gamecocks only have 1 timeout. And all Florida needs is a first down, and it's over. But the defense kept playing, and they made the play, and then the special teams plays. Just incredible. Just an incredible win. Steve Spurrier, and what very well could be his last trip to the Swamp, gets a win. It's just the second time the Gamecocks have won here ever. And it gets them in a position where next week against South Alabama, a victory gets them to bowl eligibility, which was looking like a long shot at this point. And Steve Spurrier mentioned this in the post game. We all know what's happened with Clemson, with Deshaun Watson, that terrible injury, just a tough break for a good kid. Clemson taking it hard on the chin at Georgia Tech. And as Steve Spurrier pointed out, as he called them, he never refers to Clemson as Clemson. It was that team in the upstate, but he asked what the score was. He was informed that Deshaun Watson was hurt. He didn't really talk about that, only said that things look a little better for USC in that game than it did earlier. So all of a sudden, the Gamecocks are a little bit rejuvenated. Certainly, that's a kind of win that they needed desperately. I think they would have preferred to have this kind of win maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago when the season was still very much in the mix. Now they're just playing to get bowl eligible, but certainly that was stealing a victory from the jaws of defeat, a welcomed reversal for the Gamecocks, given the way things are going. So they'll go back home. Dylan Thompson, give him a lot of credit for what he did. This kid's taken a beating this year, too, on and off the field. Fans have blamed him unfairly for the problems this year because of his mistakes, trying to outscore teams because the defense has struggled. Dylan Thompson's a gutsy kid, took a lot of shots in there, and gets that come from behind win for him. So a lot of props to Dylan Thompson, and really the entire Gamecock team. They kept playing, and they come out with a win here at the Swamp, and they will go back home and try to beat South Alabama and be bowl eligible. And boy, we are I don't know if it's going to be a pretty game in Death Valley between USC and Clemson, but it is certainly going to be an interesting game, at least going into it. A very great defense for Clemson and a struggling offense and a very good offense. I don't know if we'll call this USC offense great by any stretch, but a good offense and a defense that is trying to find itself a little bit, but certainly has a little bit of hope after shutting down Florida and coming from behind and getting that win. All right, check out Steve Spurrier. Great stuff from him. It's on the website now. Lorenzo Ward also, good stuff from him, and Dylan Thompson. Lots to do. If it's Sunday, Sunday afternoon, you'll have the Steve Spurrier teleconference, Dabo Sweeney Sunday night, and all of that will be posted here at sportstalksc.com, and lots of good stuff on the show on Monday as we get hot and heavy into really, it's, non-conference games. We're into Carolina Clemson 2 weeks out, beginning on Monday. See you there.